Today we're going to look at a system of linear inequalities here. So if you notice my example here, 4x minus 3y is less than 9, and x plus 3y is greater than 6. Things to consider first, I want to make sure my inequality is in y equals form. Okay, y equals form. mx plus b, y by itself. So my first example is not. So I need to get y by itself in order to be able to graph this. My first step is to subtract 4x on both sides. Negative 3y is less than negative 4x plus 9. And I need to divide by negative 3 in order to get y by itself. So negative 3 over negative 3 cancels out or divides out. I'm left with y. I divided by a negative, so I do need to flip the inequality sign. Negative 4 divided by negative 3 is positive 4 over 3x minus 3. So this is now in y equals form. Based on my symbol here, it's going to be a dotted or a dashed line. And I tell kids if they're using the calculator, we have two different types of triangles. We have a triangle that's facing up and a triangle that's facing down. So since this is a greater than sign, it's going to be the triangle that's facing up. Okay, so I'm going to go to my calculator. I'm going to go to y equals. I'm going to go ahead and plug this in. 4 over 3x minus 3. With this calculator, I'm going to scroll all the way to the left and select the line here. And I'm going to change it to the triangle facing up. What this does is it does the shading for me. Okay, so I hit graph. We have my shading here. The calculator will always do a solid line, although it's supposed to be a dotted in my graph. This is going to be a solid line. My shading is to the left or up. If I hit second graph, I do get my points that I'm going to plot. Okay, I do know it has to look like this here. Okay, so I'm going to just use my y-intercept and my slope here. So negative 3, and I'm going up 4 over 3. I can't go up anymore. I can't go down anymore. So I know that this has to be a dotted line. And according to my graph here, it's shaded to the left. And I'm going to get in the habit of labeling my inequalities as well. 4x minus 3y is less than 9. Okay, for the second inequality here, x plus 3y is greater than 6. Again, I need to get y by itself, so my first step is to subtract x on both sides, leaving me with 3y is greater than negative x plus 6. Remember, these are not like terms here. I then have to divide by 3. Here I do not flip the inequality sign because I did not divide by a negative. I have negative 1x or negative x over 3 plus 2. Again, this is going to be a dotted line because there's no or equal to underneath my inequality sign. And this is also going to be my triangle facing up for greater than. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my calculator. I'm going to clear this out. Negative 1/3 x plus 2. I shouldn't have cleared this out, but I'm going to go all the way to the left again. Select my line. Again, I want the triangle that's facing towards the top. It looks like the greater than sign if I were to kind of take this out here. And I press graph. And again, this is what it's going to look like on my paper. Second graph gives us the points that I want to plot. Again, I'm going to use the slope and the y-intercept to graph here. So positive 2, down 1 over 1, 2, 3. I can't go down and over anymore, so I go up and over 1, 2, 3. It's going to be dotted again. I label it x plus 3y is greater than 6, and we did say it was going to be shaded upwards. The shaded region where both shaded regions intersect, so right here, I call it making a waffle here. This is my solution set. So any point that's in this shaded region is a solution to this inequality. The one thing that they may trick you with is looking at points that are on these dotted lines here. A dotted line point is not a solution. If you were to plug it in, you would get, for example, 9 is less than 9, which is not true. So any point in the shaded region that's not on a dotted line would be a solution to this inequality. So hopefully this helped, and thanks a lot, guys.